We do high fives.
High five, high
We
five.
do high five.
High five yourself. Let's go. We're ready.
High fives. Sanbanani Dumelang, I'm Sheng. Welcome to another episode of Healing with Her, where we explore the journey of healing, growth, and self-discovery. Here we share honest conversations, uplifting stories, and we are here to tell you that you are not alone in your journey. Igama lami uThobeka Shangasi, intombi emhlophe kuhle kwelanga liphuma. Yep, kanti ke angihambi ngedwa, ngihamba nentokazi zakwethu ezinhle, but today we have ngicela izandla. Ngicela ama-drums. We are so honored to have this guest today, Nirvana
Nokwe.
Nokwe. I almost Select. Nirvana Nokwe Mseleku. Like you guys know her. She's an actress. Mhlambe namazwi, showmax, outlaws, and you must look out on Netflix. Umjolo. What's it? 3? Volume 3. Oh, yona leyo. But okay, anyways, thank you so much for joining us. Oh man, thank you. And my ladies, welcome.
Yeah, Sanbon, we're back again. Back like we never left. Indomatana yase Kemu, yase Swatini, Nondumisongonyama as we go. As Uthobeka has already said, we have a special guest today and we're very honored to have her. I mean, imagine. Yazin, okay, Hambaket.
What's up? What do you do? I'm back again. Lindo kuhle oqoka, and I'm back again with my Joe Begeli. Yes.
Nirvana is also a singer.
Hi, Boken.
Internationally.
Oh.
Please underline that. Don't forget to underline that.
Not only in us.
Girl, can you please give us like one line? Just one line.
My sister. Yes.
One line.
Just one.
Just one line.
Oh, okay.
All eyes on you.
Literally. Isikhathi sokhuluma ngeqiniso lothando lwakho kudala bengifuna bengiphupha kodwa ngingowakho manje wena ufuna ngizinikele kumuntu ongaphelele. You want me to call you my baby. I can until 19.
Guys. Wow, that was amazing.
Thank you, baby. Oh, appreciate you.
You have such an amazing voice. I see your nieces as well.
They are also doing the things.
Yeah, the girl. Oh.
Yeah.
What's their handle?
Biko's Mana.
Biko on Instagram.
Yes.
Oh, guys, please check them out. Their voices. They're 3, so it's a girl, 2 boys. Rastafari. They are amazing. They come from America as well. America's Talent.
Yeah, they went on America's Got Talent and they made it to the semifinals.
America's Got Talent.
I think you'll know them when you see them. They're
I
amazing.
think you will.
You'll know them when you see them.
It's 1
They're
girl,
amazing.
2 boys.
Bro. But now how do you find a balance being an aunt? You don't have kids on your own, right?
No, I don't.
How do you find a balance being an aunt and having such a busy schedule and trying to support them and trying to have you for yourself?
That's such a good question. I was with them yesterday, and I think siyazama where we can, and sometimes, I mean, they have umamkhulu, their parents, so it's a big household, and bahlala bonke together, including my other niece, Urene. But I try my best, and when I am with them, I try to make sure they have as much emotional space and safety as they possibly can. You know, in this life, you have to learn how to talk for yourself. You have to understand your needs. You have to learn how to set boundaries, you know. So, and we have tough conversations like yesterday. One of my nieces was just telling me about her boy stuff, and I'm just like, I feel pretty honored that like they're comfortable to open up to me. And I think, you know, with our parents, the thing was, you know, we don't talk about that stuff, you know, because they were scared that it was an encouragement of that kind of life, whatever that meant, because nabo bajola, and they had us. How did you have us?
Exactly. Funny thing is when you grow up and you're not a lady, that they just want you to be like, okay, ushatanini, but you didn't give me
the opportunity
to date. But you know, even then, I think, you know, just being able to have the conversation that I have these feelings, even if it's not about a boy, but even with my nephews, like they have interesting dynamics within their friend groups, and it's hard for them to navigate sometimes. And you know, they're finding it more comfortable to talk about those things, and the more they talk about it, the more wisdom they attain on how to address those issues, you know. So that's important to me, that like they feel safe to express their truth to me, and that I'm a competent person to be able to give them solid advice on how to navigate. I'm not trying to be like, or don't have feelings, you know. I'm just like, okay, let's manage these feelings in this healthy way. Yeah.
You being able to help them, sorry my love, you being able to help them like this means Uguti, you also know how to speak up for yourself in a big space. I mean, the industry you're in, you need to have a voice of your own, or else you're going to be bullied all the way. So how do you go about that? Like, how do you let your voice be in a big space? You know how we work. You meet different kinds of people, different attitudes, and you still need to be yourself. I mean, if you can navigate this through your nephews and your nieces, I mean, now enjoy by yourself something.
Yeah, I mean, Toz and I, we worked together on Umcholo, and I feel like that was one of the best sets that we could have worked on, especially here in SA. So you do get those lucky moments where you find yourself in a space where like people are respectful, even if like you're learning on the job. You're still usa umuntu, you know, and we can have a conversation, and you're not gonna like turn it into some hostile thing. Maybe it's because it was shot in KZN, and you know how people,
and you all became a family.
Yeah,
one big family.
Yeah, so like, but it's hard, you know. And I think in general, as a woman, not even just in the industry, I think people benefit from not taking you seriously.
Yes.
You know, people benefit from, you know, the reason people are crossing your boundaries is because it benefits them. And it's unfortunate that like so many men have coped in maladaptive ways, and also there's so many women who've also coped in maladaptive ways to like, you know, try and build their self-esteem, ngabanye abantu, you know, ukwehlisa abanye abantu. And I'm just not that person, and I don't like to take that. And I think when you go into an environment as a woman or as a man where you stand on business, and even if you're not standing on business, where you're just trying to survive, and you encounter a man or a woman in a position of power over you, or even if they're not in a position of power over you, they could make your life difficult in that scenario. It becomes very difficult to navigate, and sometimes you have to choose to just like walk away and find a new space. Or sometimes they'll be like, oh, you're not allowing me to bully you. And that's the reality of what we live in, and it's petty, it's unnecessary, it doesn't make sense economically, it's so destructive. Those people aren't even happy. Like, why are we even doing that? You know, like I think it's about high time that each of us as individuals, we, number one, learn how to stand up for ourselves, develop that relationship with ourselves, to build that trust. Ukuthi now approval it doesn't weigh more than my approval of myself.
Yeah.
And then also, those people in those spaces need to do the work and not just think that just because I'm in a position of power, you know, I automatically am owed the human dignity of abanye
Abanye
abantu.
abantu, yeah.
Yeah, so it's tough.
Right?
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
life.
What you were saying now really highlights the stigma around know your worth and women who are so like invested in knowing their worth and just not allowing or settling rather, not settling for anything. Because there is I guess now there is a bad stigma around women who say, oh, I know my worth, I am this, I am that. And they say women who supposedly know their worth, they don't get things in life, they don't get opportunities because they think they're better. They think, you know, they are above everyone and everything else. And I don't think that's the case. I think from what I'm getting from what you've highlighted is it's just knowing that you're human, you have value. And if every other person can also see the value within themselves, before other people can stop treating other people badly. Because I think it starts with you. Like, how do you see yourself?
And how do you
and
treat
then
yourself?
does that, yes,
Yeah.
and then does it project with other people? Because if you don't love yourself, how are you going to love others? So I think what you said was really profound and it really opened my eyes.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, girl. Appreciate you.
It's really aligning with the healing with her because I'm one person that is very, I sometimes have my voice, but I sometimes don't have my voice, you know, especially in big spaces like that. Like, yazi umuntu makathi yo lo muntu ungenza ngizizwe ngathi ngimncane, you know. And I've realized that most people actually suffer ngaleyo nto, you know. So as a girl that is healing, I'm definitely healing with you because I learned something now. Yeah.
On that note, hey, I want to ask you, have you ever had an imposter syndrome? Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I've struggled with that, and I think, you know, like the world that we live in, it's so unfortunate that like barely there's a bunch of people that are working against us. Yes. Like off the bat, out your mom's womb, like khona ukuzondayo mfana. And people, it's so like I was saying, I don't remember where I said this, but I was like, people find so many creative ways to hate people and to make them invalid, you know. And so you sometimes, you know, you internalize that voice that said to you enough times, that voice starts to live in your head. And then you start thinking that, no, I'm not, like for the dumbest things, no, I'm not good enough, no, I don't belong here, no. And so I have struggled with that. It's not something that I would say I struggle with anymore. In fact, I think...
how did you deal with it?
Therapy. I dealt with it with therapy, and there's an app called the IFS Guide. It's like an AI therapist, and it uses something called, it's like a healing modality called internal family systems. And it basically teaches you, I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Inside Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
My therapist told me about it as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
So in Inside Out, that app teaches you how to have conversations with the different parts of yourself. And it even like automatically, you know, creates like a heading for what it is that you're discussing in that moment. So having conversations on the AI therapist have taught me how to validate my emotions. And have also just taught me what worth is, what is self-worth. Because the moment you hear worth or value, you think, oh, it must be the car I'm driving, oh, it must be how I look, and or whatever it is, yabo. And it's like, no, that's not it. You know, it's all of you. Everything about you. The things that you lack, the things that you have. You know, where you've been, that's your worth, you know. So, yeah, I think the more I acknowledge those different parts of myself, I'm just like, what are we fighting? Like, why am I'm here?
So the app basically made it get better in a way. We actually need that app.
Yeah, no, it's great.
And remember when we were shooting the Umjolo,
Yes.
I did have that imposter syndrome. I did. And you guys kept on asking, especially you and Uganyis, right? Are you okay? I'm like, "Girl, I'm okay."
And it's interesting, we're both cancers, so yeah, that's a thing. Yes, yes, because that's a common thing for Cancerians to like go through. And I think it's because like we're constantly giving to people, but we like it's almost like we don't even have a tally of this is what I gave today. We don't know what we're giving, but it's so much.
It's so much.
Yeah, but I was watching Umjolo. I'm like, what is she talking about? She killed it. I was so proud of you. I was like, yes, Toms.
Guys, Nias, if you haven't watched Umjolo, please go watch Umjolo, the Gone Girl. Okay, Wena, imposter syndrome?
Imposter syndrome, yes, I have. So I work a lot with different musicians, and being someone who didn't necessarily study.
We have another musician in the building.
Find a song and sing together.
Okay, no, it's valid.
How?
Being around a lot of people who actually know their music, like what are chords, notes, how to read notes, that lingo, and I didn't study that. I don't know what that is. It's just a God-given gift. I just do it. I sing what I hear in my mind, and being around a lot of those people, I felt like, oh snap, okay, I'm gonna pretend like I know what that is and go with it, just to wing it and see where that takes me. So literally. So yeah, I'd say I've experienced that, but now I've conquered it. I've learned that there's nothing wrong with not knowing. Like, just ask and educate yourself. I mean, as time goes on, you obviously learn with the job, with the, how everything flows. There's nothing wrong with not knowing.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Guys, oh no. You know, when it comes to me, we're going to start crying. Okay. So, I'm not going to cry today. I'm a big girl.
We're not crying today.
Definitely. So with me, I've had it, guys. I can even say since primary. I mean, we all come from different backgrounds. And eskoleni, there's different friends. There's, like, ingati, le imposter what syndrome, ingati inama stages nyana, so. When there's a certain level of people, then you feel like you don't qualify in that certain level of people, It starts from a young age. I mean, in primary, when uzobo peta ma knickknacks, umgana peta ma Doritos, and you feel like, oh no, we are not in the same level, Umama uzomlethela iskaftini, cause ushi iskaftini endlini, whatsoever. When umama won't bring iskaftini because she told you, Uti, you must pack that lunchbox. You see, so already, starting from a very young age, it's already the level already, going to high school, Valenje, when it comes to learning in terms of subjects already, siyazi abantu bama science na bama accounting are very high people. Like, there's always a class in this thing, So for me, I can say it has been going on in my whole journey of life ever since. Namanje, I still have it. Right outside, I actually had it. I actually had it outside. Just now. I don't remember. I spoke to one of the guys outside because I felt like, okay, Engati, I don't know how to explain it, guys. Engati, I'm in a plastic, and then the plastic then it closes up. I don't know if you get it. Yaboni plastic malisha, like plastic and fire. What happens to the plastic? Okay, bottle. Ufaya umlilo, le bottle emlilweni, what does it do? Squeezes like that. So for me, that's what happens. That's what happens. So before le bottle li squeeze, I need to find an escape. And one of the guys outside was actually my escape right now. Because I felt like, oh my gosh, okay, this is so overwhelming. Like, can I do this? I remember the previous episode we had. So I have that a lot. And I believe in the thing yokuthi God will put you in spaces that you're not even qualified for. I mean, I'm a corporate girly. I'm 23, turning 24. I'm young, you know. So being in a space where I am the youngest employee or the youngest colleague and ngisebenza nabantu abadala, you know, it crushes you at some point, you know. But ayibe wena usebenzela ukuthi uzothenga ama-sneaker anyiwane, already that crushes you, you know. Ayibe wena kanti what's going on? It crushes you so bad.
Yeah.
So
Oh my gosh.
I
But
think
now
the
again,
app-
wavela party age, ungiza feeling like
yeah. So I feel like the app is actually going to help me a lot because I really struggle with that a lot. Yeah. So that's my piece of what's in 2 cents. Definitely. Utupopo wami, that's it.
Wow, Nirvana, I wanted to ask you your healing journey. As you know, this podcast is about healing and finding ourselves. What is that one thing that you've been
trying to heal from?
Yeah.
Maybe. Because let's not say you've already healed. What if you're still healing?
We are still healing, right? So what is that one thing?
I think to sum it up, I would say codependency. And when I say codependency, I mean like I think for a long time I derived my sense of who I am and who I can be in a space from serving people. And so if I couldn't serve people or if I wasn't getting the acknowledgement and appreciation that I needed, I didn't have it. You know, I couldn't give it to myself. Because it can't walk to the thing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm quite compassionately moving away from that way of being, of like needing other people to affirm me or to give me whatever it is that I need for myself. And I'm giving it to myself, you know. I'm reparenting myself, like you know, in my childhood. I'm giving it to myself now. And I, you know, not to say that like getting into, you know, abusive situations is a choice. That I'm not saying that's what it is. But with time, you start to realize, like, why am I going through this cycle? You know what I'm saying? And you have to look at yourself and be like, okay, what, you know, how, not necessarily how am I contributing to this situation, but like, who am I in this situation to be receiving this treatment? You know what I'm saying? And to have gone through it so many times that I can't even, you know, that I'm almost desensitized to it. Yabo? So now, Nirvana now is very sensitive to that stuff. And as she sees it coming, she says no. So that's what I'm healing from.
Wow, guys. Just your last message to someone who's watching at home. Let's say they want to be in this entertainment industry, and some they don't know how to get there. Some they are there, but now there are men who says, if you want to get in, you must give
me.
right?
You will give.
And some they did give, and they're not receiving anything, so they just gave. So just few words just to advise usisi uhleli ekhaya.
Okay, I would say that, like, I think, you know, coming into the entertainment industry, it's so important for you to develop a strong relationship with yourself and to understand what it means when a person says, this is my self-worth. You can't come into this industry hoping to resolve things from your childhood. And I think a lot of us do that unconsciously, seeking validation. A lot of us want to be famous because there's a hole that we are trying to fill. And so what I'm saying is fill that hole first and really just, you know, honor your human dignity. You know, honor yourself and honor your safety. Honor the safety that you want in this world. And never compromise on that, because I'm telling you, there are spaces that never need you. That, you know, like, go in there for your talent and nothing else and what you want to achieve. but I'm telling you, there are spaces that are safe, and there's more and more happening that require you to respect yourself. And that's a new standard where you no longer have to abuse yourself to be accepted. You know, you will be in spaces that demand you respect yourself in order to remain there. And that's very exciting, and you definitely want to be the person that does respect themselves. So,
Ooh.
yeah.
Wow.
That's a handful, a mouthful.
One last question, right? There is this certain way social media portray ngayo abantu besimami. Like you have to look a certain way to fit in. Like you have to have a small figure, big bums, and you must look pretty, you must be light skinned, and wear all weave like makeup and everything. Like when I most of your pictures is either you wearing weave but you're natural. You always keep it simple. Advise someone who is like, if I know your imposter syndrome.
Okay.
Like no, I can't fit in
Because I don't.
because
Yeah.
now social media is portrayed kumele kube so umuntu or so.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you get to a stage where you finally accept yourself?
Umuntu wesifazane when they have to like get to a point where they have to accept ukuthi this is who I am, and I need to embrace who I am, and I need to put myself out there, and I need to be confident.
Yeah, I mean, like, I love that question because it's taken me a while to accept myself, and every day I'm looking in the mirror, I'm like, okay, girl, we're gonna have to accept this side of you because, you know, like, iside lakho and kumele ufunde ukuyithanda. But I would say, you know, the math that I've deduced in my head is that I'm honestly not for everyone, and I'm not trying to be. And the people that I am for seem to like how I look and seem to love who I am. And even if they didn't, I can also not like them. You know what I mean? So people are not that smart for you to be stressing yourself about how they perceive you. People are not that.
They're not worth it.
Yeah, it's sad to say, but I mean, people are worth it in a certain regard, but people, they do the math and say, all of these people that are saying I need to be in this particular standard, would I want to date them? Would I want them in my space? Do they make me feel safe? Do they make me feel seen and loved? If you feel like crap, they're not worth it.
Damn. Okay. Wait, if we were to write a book,
Yes.
who is the person who you would want to play that part, and what the movie will be called?
Oh my gosh. Never judge a book
2
by
seconds.
its cover.
Okay.
I would want my baby niece Biko to play baby Nirvana.
Amen. You?
That's good.
2 seconds.
I don't know.
Yo, I
Time's
don't
up.
know is the name of the
I
book.
don't know. My mind is gone.
Mine is
Nyambona na imine yakhe igone.
okay. Time is gone.
Mine is gone.
But le ntombazane yase-America le engathi sexinyana bathi bani? Uhlanya comedy, and then
understand.
Ngizonitshela next time. But thank you so much, guys, for joining us on this journey. Nizwele nani ukuthi lalela, guys, women, we are so powerful. We can do anything, right? So thank you so much for tuning in. If you loved this episode, please share it. And if you have a story to share, please comment down below. Share your story. We would like to hear your story. Remember, your voice is powerful and your story might inspire someone else. This is Healing with Her. Let's heal, grow, and shine together. Lady T, signing out.
Bye.